Liverpool against Bournemouth at Anfield turned into one of those matches that reminded every fan why football is not just a game, but a theatre of emotions. The final score read Liverpool 4, Bournemouth 2, but the numbers alone cannot tell the entire story. This was a rollercoaster, a clash of momentum swings, defensive lapses, attacking brilliance, and the kind of chaos that only the Premier League knows how to serve. For Liverpool supporters, it was both heart-racing and nerve-wracking, while Bournemouth fans could walk away with pride, even in defeat, because their team did not roll over easily. They came to Anfield with courage, and for long stretches, they threatened to spoil the day. From the very first whistle, the tempo was electric. Liverpool wanted to stamp their authority at Anfield, but Bournemouth were not intimidated. The away side showed that they were ready to test Liverpool's defence, which has at times this season looked vulnerable. The first shock came early when Bournemouth carved out their first real chance and stunned the home crowd with an opener. The goal wasn't just a lucky strike, it was the product of sharp pressing and a fearless run into Liverpool's backline. For a few moments, Anfield fell silent, and Bournemouth supporters erupted, believing that maybe, just maybe, a miracle could be in the making. But Liverpool, under Jurgen Klopp, have always been known for their ability to fight back. The intensity in their response was instant. Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, and Luis Díaz began to combine and stretch Bournemouth's defence. The equaliser came through Díaz, who showcased his flair and control inside the box with a clinical finish that lifted the stadium to its feet. It was the kind of goal that embodies Liverpool's character: fast, furious, and relentless. From that moment, the match transformed into an end-to-end battle, each side trading blows like boxes in the middle of the ring. Bournemouth, however, were not fazed by the setback. They continued to look dangerous on the break, exploiting the spaces left behind Liverpool's high defensive line. Their reward came when they managed to slip through again and grab their second goal, sending another jolt through the stands. At 2-1 down, Liverpool found themselves in a position that could have rattled a weaker team. But this is Liverpool at Anfield, where comebacks and drama are stitched into the fabric of the stadium. The crowd rallied behind their players, roaring them on, demanding a response. The equaliser came once more, this time through Salah, who despite missing a penalty earlier in the match, never allowed his confidence to dip. His strike was not just about precision, it was about determination, the refusal to let the game slip away. Salah's celebration was one of relief and defiance, and it reignited the belief around the ground. Bournemouth, brave as they were, could feel the momentum tilting back to Liverpool. As the second half unfolded, Liverpool tightened their grip. Klopp's half-time team talk must have been fiery, because the Reds came out with renewed energy and sharper intent. The pressing game, the gegenpressing that Klopp has made famous, began suffocating Bournemouth's attempts to play out. The third goal came through a sequence of attacking waves that Bournemouth simply could not repel. Núñez, whose movement had been troubling defenders all game, finally found his moment to strike, and Anfield exploded. From being behind twice, Liverpool were now leading, and the psychological blow to Bournemouth was immense. But the game was not done. Bournemouth continued to push, still creating half chances and reminding Liverpool that the job was not yet finished. That is the beauty of the Premier League. No team ever surrenders without a fight. Yet Liverpool's class and depth began to show. The fourth goal, a beautifully worked move, put the contest beyond doubt. It was a combination of precision passing, intelligent runs, and the ruthless finishing that separates top sides from the rest. Liverpool now had their cushion, and Anfield could finally breathe a little easier. The scoreline ended 4-2, but it could easily have had more goals, such was the openness of the game. Bournemouth deserve immense credit for not sitting back and for daring to go toe-to-toe with Liverpool at Anfield. They scored 2 goals, created chances, and showed that they have the quality to trouble even the biggest teams. For Liverpool, the performance was both a warning and a statement. A warning that defensive lapses still exist and can cost them against brave opponents. But also a statement that their attack is lethal, their mentality unshakable, and their ability to turn games around is alive and well. The highlights of this match will live long in the memory. Díaz's acrobatic finish to get Liverpool on the board, Salah's penalty miss followed by his determined rebound strike, Núñez's decisive goal, and Bournemouth's fearless counters all added layers of drama. Each goal carried emotion with it. The despair of conceding, the relief of equalizing, the roar of taking the lead, and the joy of sealing the victory. Football is emotion, and this match had it in abundance. Beyond the goals, there were individual performances worth noting. Salah, despite his missed penalty, reminded everyone of his killer instinct. Díaz played with flair and energy, constantly a menace on the left flank. Núñez's work rate and movement showed why Klopp trusts him in big moments. In midfield, the work rate of players like Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai kept the team ticking, even if Bournemouth found gaps at times. Defensively, there were still questions. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk were tested, and Alisson had to come to the rescue with some crucial saves. For Bournemouth, Dominic Solanke had flashes of brilliance, tormenting his former club at times, while the midfielders never stopped running, trying to disrupt Liverpool's rhythm. Their goalkeeper was called into action multiple times, and though he conceded 4, he saved his team from an even heavier defeat. Bournemouth fans can be proud of the fight their team showed, even if the final result was not in their favour. The emotional touch of this game is clear. Football is about moments, and both sets of fans experienced a rollercoaster. Bournemouth supporters had the highs of 2 goals at Anfield, moments of hope that they could achieve something special. Liverpool's fans experienced the nerves of being behind, the relief of comebacks, and the joy of turning the game around in emphatic fashion. It was 90 minutes of tension, passion, and release, the kind of match that embodies why millions around the world are addicted to this sport. In terms of the bigger picture, Liverpool's victory keeps them in the hunt near the top of the table, reminding rivals that Klopp's men are still very much in the fight. Bournemouth, despite the loss, can take positives from their performance. They showed ambition, bravery, and quality, and if they continue playing with this spirit, they will surely pick up important wins as the season progresses. Football is not just about results, it's about building belief, and Bournemouth walked away from Anfield with reasons to hold their heads high. The scorecard reflects the story of goals, but the emotional scorecard tells the deeper tale. Bournemouth 1-0, Liverpool 1-1, Bournemouth 2-1, Liverpool 2-2, Liverpool 3-2, Liverpool 4-2. Each line a story of shifting emotions, each goal a plot twist in a script that could not have been written better. The neutral fans watching around the world were treated to a show of attacking football, a 6-goal thriller that had everything: controversy, missed penalties, stunning finishes, defensive errors, and moments of brilliance. As the final whistle blew, Klopp applauded the fans, the players embraced, and Bournemouth's squad walked off to respectful applause from Anfield. That's the beauty of football, a game that begins with hope, unfolds with drama, and ends with respect. Liverpool 4, Bournemouth 2, a match that will be remembered not just for the scoreline but for the journey it took everyone on. This was more than just 3 points for Liverpool. It was a reminder of their resilience, their firepower, and their hunger to compete at the very top. And for Bournemouth, it was proof that even against giants, courage can bring you moments of glory. Football, in the end, is about these shared emotions, and on this day, both sets of fans lived them to the fullest.